Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and waitresses. Welcome to the 2021 Swine Show. We're going to go ahead and get started. Could we please have all exhibitors come out, and the judge would like to talk to you all exhibitors to the ring.
All exhibitors, please come to the show ring.
Makes it kind of hard when they're all getting ready to roll. I'm not a mom.
I don't care. If you have a camera, you can take a picture. And anyone who wants to, take a picture.
I'll take a picture.
You guys
And
have
also,
your
I'll
all
be
the
sending
pictures.
these pictures too to parents. who want
It's
to
still Dustin.
like it here.
Dustin?
If there's any parents,
No, it does not. It's not his first rodeo, evidently.
Any parents that would like a picture?
And there's no way I won't wait.
Mom. That's like, if I were going to take a picture, I would have come out to the ring.
Mom, would you like me to get it?
She's the same age as Oh, I know. She already told me that.
The slide show, we're still getting some things organized. But I want to kind of do something since last year was a little bit different for us. And if you guys never have been to any rodeos, they start off the day with the Pledge of Allegiance. So can I get everyone who's able and willing to stand, remove your hats. We're going to imagine, I think the flag is over at the track. Okay, I have 4 young ladies that said they wanted to volunteer. So just come on up, we'll just face this way. You hold it, and then everyone just kind of say it together. So place your hand over your heart, and these young ladies are going to start us.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you guys for doing that. We're going to get some more things kind of organized, and we're going to get going. We're back to what we would consider normal, so it's going to be a good year.
Okay. We're going to start off with our breeding guilds. We've got Aubrey Boswell, Levi Fitzgerald, Sarah Shipley, Justin Schuler, and Morgan Schuler in our first class.
All right, we got a great way to start off the day. We're starting off with the commercial guilds. We've got 5 really good exhibitors out here. Let's put our hands together for all these kids working hard. I think we've got 2 or 3 that work their way to the top, I think, relatively easily, and I think we've got 3 that are extremely high quality. This is a great way to start off the day. I think there's some differences in all 3, and I think I can justify using all 3. For me, we just got to find the one that puts it all together, and that's the young man on the far side. He's going to go ahead and lead off our class. I think this is probably just one of the stoutest featured gilts. One of the gilts that's probably put together as good as we can make them at the ground as far as her base width. She's really good in terms of just her overall stoutness of feature through her skull and all the way through. I'd like to see this one just get out and go just a little bit better, but I think it's a close pair there in the top 2. The young lady driving the kind of calico gilt over there, I think this is another really good gilt, and I think she does some things better than her class winner. She's probably just a little bit more comfortable in terms of just those lower joints and the way she flexes and moves on those lower joints, but at the same time she gets a little bit closed up there at her chest as she drives at me. She wants to be just a little bit small in her foot size. Just want to stouten her up, widen her up at her base, but like some things about her in terms of just her overall presence. Young lady does an excellent job driving. Young lady coming out in 3rd does another really good job. Here's one that's presented extremely well. To me, this one just gets a little bit a little tighter in terms of just her overall, or a little bit harder in terms of her pattern. I just want to make her a little softer, have her transition just a little bit smoother in terms of her muscle pattern. This is one that's really good in terms of her flexibility. Just again, maybe want to stouten her up and widen her up as she drives at me. Young man coming out next has a really good practical appearing gilt. She's deep bodied, really kind of a broody, kind of a maid style. Here's a gilt that I just like to make her just a little bit more appealing from up through her front 1/3, just to make her a cleaner look, make her a little bit taller at the point of her shoulder. Young lady rounding off the class has a really sound feature gilt. Here's a gilt that's really good in terms of just her overall flexibility. Just simply need to make that one a little bit stouter. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for an excellent class here.
Might have had some more stuff done. She's been off quite a while, actually.
Okay, for our first class, we had Dustin Schuler was first with the purple. Second was Morgan Schuler with the purple. Third was Sarah Shipley with the purple. Fourth was Levi Fitzgerald for a blue, and Aubrey Boswell fifth for a blue. Our second class of guild will be coming into the green. There are four. We have Sarah Shipley, Morgan Schuler, Megan Ramsey, and Allie Bird. While we're waiting, I'd like to thank our judge, Andy Plattner. Andy is from Lisbon, Iowa. He grew up on his family's hog farm. He attended Hawkeye Community College and Iowa State University. He participated on both livestock judging teams competing all across the country. Now Andy is the owner, operator of Plattner Show Pigs, working with families from all over the country.
like not behaving. It's like, not happening today.
And right now we have our second class of commercial guilds and another outstanding class. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for all these exhibitors. Just like in the last class, I'm going to do 3 purples on the top here. I think just quality is extremely good, and these kids need to know that, because I think you get into these top 3 here, and I think there's a lot of good in all of them. There's a little bit we want to change in all of them too, but I think you just got to find the one that puts the most good together, and tonight is the young lady on the far side. She's going to go ahead and lead off our class. I think this is a guild probably has the advantage in terms of just at the ground. She's the stoutest footed one at the ground. She's the widest and truest as she comes at me. I'd like to see this one just a little bit longer out of her hips. She wants to be a little shorter and rounder about her hips, and if we can do that, I think we got a lights out killer guild. And I think she's extremely good in her own right as well, so she wins this class. I think this one pushes her extremely close, because this one is just so dense and so fresh in her overall, her build today, her overall conformation. She's got the right amount of muscle, she's got the right amount of fat deposition. To me, this guild maybe just wants to be a little bit narrower as she comes right at me. And I do want to make this one a little bit longer out of her hips and have her take a longer stride. She's still adequate out here, and I think that's still a really good guild. The young lady coming out in third, another really good guild in terms of just having that natural skeletal extension and that ability to get out and cover the ring extremely well. Easily the soundest featured of the guild. Like I talked to her just side to side here, I said, here's a guild that gets out and carries herself. She has all the right fundamentals. To get into that top one, or the top 2, I just like to see this one with just a few more groceries, just give her a little bit more on that skeleton, but that one's made extremely right, just need to kind of build from there. The young lady with the white guild, we talked about what we liked about her, and we talked that we really liked how production oriented she is, really deep bodied, and she grew really well. Just need to make her a little bit more attractive for the show ring, but that's a really good guild there to round off the class. Let's put our hands together for an excellent class here.
Next, we will do our champion and reserve champion guild. In the ring right now, we have Dustin Schuler from Class 1.
champion commercial guild drive. I think we've got two outstanding individuals. For not having very many, I think this drive has been extremely tough. So let's go ahead and put our hands together. You know these kids work hard all summer. Driving, watching, it takes a lot of work to get to this spot here. I think it's a close pair here because I think there's some differences. The young man driving the lightweight guild, this is one I think she comes out here and she has the advantage. She's really good in terms of just being youthful and really presented well, but then she's got a few disadvantages because I think this one, the more we get driving her, she gets a little bit more upright in her blade. I just like to make her a little bit more collected there, a little bit smoother in terms of just that slope to her shoulder, and then it kind of follows throughout her skeleton right through her rear leg. I'd like to see her just a little bit more flexible there too, get out and kind of get it that other ear and kind of get a little more reach. But that's still really, really good guild because that one's put together extremely well. She's been presented to a T. She is looking really, really good today. Then we got the young lady driving the heavyweight guild. Here's one that probably has the advantage in terms of just overall stoutness and power. Here's the guild that just probably got some maturity, maybe some age on her. But here's the guild that's really stout through her skull. She's really good in terms of just that chest floor. She's really good in her rib shape. We talked about we would like to make this one just a little bit longer out of her hip as well. But she still gets out here and handles herself. She still takes a long stride. I think she puts an awful lot of good things together. Like I said, I think it's extremely close. There's some differences. To me, I think the one that has the advantage is the heavyweight. She's going to be our champion commercial guild. Let's put our hands together for this young lady. Right now we're selecting our reserve champion. We bring up the second place in that class. We talked about how that was a really close pair as well. And there's just some slight differences. We wanted to see that one just a little bit stouter in terms of our champion. And I think this is one that's still really dense in her overall build. Still really good. And I think there's some advantages in this particular pair because I think she's better in terms of that front shoulder. Just the way she gets out and reaches and drives. We'd like to see her a little bit longer striding off her rear too, but she's packing a lot of power there and I think she still handles it very well. She's going to be a reserve champion. Let's go ahead and put her hands together with the other young lady.
Yeah. So they're done.
That's what it wants to do.
Unless I did it at the end.
All right, so along ringside over here, we've got some royalty from last year. So since last year wasn't quite a normal year, we had something going on. I don't even know what it was, but we're here today and we've got a bigger crowd, so we're gonna let this young lady represent herself. She wants to. You need your phone back, right? She wants to introduce herself and why she's so proud to be part of this county.
Well, I was just having a peaceful conversation with my mom, and this guy hijacked me. So here we are. He did this to me last year, and thankfully not the year before. But anyways, I'm Jazz Wilborn, and I was the 2019 and 2020 County Fair Queen. Since then, I've handed off my crown, so I don't know why I still get picked on. But here I am. I guess I am the crowd favorite. I don't know. Everybody here pretty much knows me, so. Anyways, yeah, we want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting all these kids. They put in a lot of work to this big show and working these hogs every day, so give them a big round of applause.
You didn't say, you need to ask her how she did riding donkeys last night. So, we had our second class of silks. We had Allie Bird with first, purple. Morgan Schuler got second with a purple. Sarah Shipley got third with the purple, and Megan Ramsey got fourth with the blue. For our champion and reserve champion, Allie Bird got first, and reserve champion with the Morgan Schuler. Now in the ring we have Levi Fitzgerald, McKenna Ramsey, Katie Hoffman, Brooklyn Sontag, Megan Ramsey, and Sarah Shipley. The champion breeding yoke banner was sponsored by McCarty, and the reserve champion yoke was Cameron and Scott Peterson. Today, February the 4th, this lecture started at 7:30 this morning. At 6:30, they will have the small pet check-in. At 11, the rabbit and the small pet show. 1 o'clock, the Bill Rogers Talent Show. 2 o'clock, bucket of jump contest. 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., family spirit tours. 4:30 p.m., we have the telephone check-in. 5 p.m., we have telephone contest. Also at 5 p.m. the Royal Barbecue will start, and 6 p.m. we have the 4A Foundation and State Fair Awards, and at 7 p.m. we'll have the draft for I would like to also a moment here to do some thank you. This is Randy and I Cooper, Jill Cooper Venus, Luke Hoffman, Brian Thomas, Josh Cooper for your help in the ring and support. And to all that, I'd also like to say another special thank you, we're going to get crazy on this, to John and Shirley Maxwell. Thank you all the kids' parents. It shows about you, the hard work, and the dedication. Well done, and congratulations.
So in the ring now we have our first class of market hogs. I think we've got an excellent pair to go ahead and lead off the class. We're going to do 2 purples up here at the top. The young lady, Miss Red over there, she's driving a red belted barrel. So we got a lot of good things going on. This one's going to go ahead and lead off this class. I think this is kind of a logical place to start. It's a barrel that just balances up extremely well. He's got a lot of show ring presence. Here's a barrel that's presented very, very well. His muscularity, he's sound. Very nice way to go ahead and start off this class. A young man driving out the calico barrel. I think here's another one that's pretty youthful in his appearance. He's good and fresh in terms of his muscle and his makeup. We just like to see that one a little bit cleaner down there through that lower 1/3. Maybe got a little bit of a fat deposit there in his flank, but that's still a really good barrel. And again, maybe we want to stout this one up, but the basics are really good. He's really fresh. We like those things. Excellent job, young man. Mullet man coming out. He's been growing this thing for about a year now. It looks really good. Let's give him a round of applause on his mullet. He said he's the only one that has it in his class, so he's pretty much the class president. If it works, he's got a girlfriend, so we got that going. Really good barrel here. Really big rib, really stout and dimensional from behind. Just need to see that one a little bit smoother and a little bit fresher for today. Just make him a little bit better in that top lane. Very nice barrel there to go third. Young lady coming out next. Here's a barrel that's presented extremely well. He's got a really good skeleton on him. We kind of talked over there. Just need to make this one a little bit wider and more powerful at the ground. And I think that one can kind of move on up. Kind of the same story with this young lady coming out next. Young lady said it's her 2nd year and she's doing a tremendous job. Here's a barrel that is good in terms of just his overall feet and legs. Just need to make that one just a little bit heavier muscled. And then the young lady starting off, she said she actually was showing rabbits and she figured out the cool kids were over here in the pig barn. And she went and got herself some pigs. All right, so let's give them all a nice round of applause here. Excellent class to start off the market class.
All right, so our first class of 6 is market swine. Sarah was one for purple. Sarah Shipley got first with the purple. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you, because I know you're all looking like, where is it?
Is that what you call it?
It was Sarah with lot number 9389, and she got first with the purple. Second with the purple with the Kate Hoffman. Third with the Levi Fitzgerald with the blue. Fourth with the Megan Ramsey with the blue.
Is this your friend?
Fifth with the McKenna Ramsey with the blue. And sixth was the Brooklyn Fox with the blue.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Our second class of 6 are coming into the ring. We have Dylan Stormer, Morgan Schuler, Sarah Shipley, Allie Burt, and Wayne Rams.
Like, I've been chasing up forever. I'm ready to go.
Another excellent class of market hogs here. We're going to go ahead and do 3 purples and 3 blues here in this class. Really good pair to kind of go ahead and start off this class. To me, I think the blue one has the advantage in this pair. I think probably right when you get at him, when he drives at you, he's just a little bit truer and wider as he drives. And I think he has a little bit more of an advantage off his rear tube, the way he plants and pushes, and has just a little bit more reach. I think we'd like to see this one just a little bit fresher in his overall appearance, but I think this is still a barrel that's presented extremely well. He's still got really good shape down his loin edge, still got really good feel, and then in terms of the center cavity, gets out and handles himself very well. I think it's a close top pair because I think this is another barrel that has a tremendous amount of muscle, tremendous amount of shape. But here's one that we just like to make him a little bit cleaner in that lower 1/3. Maybe want to stout him up in terms of his foot size, maybe just make him a little bit wider coming at you. That's being very nitpicky because this barrel gets out here, he's very comfortable, he's presented extremely well. Very nice barrel to go second. Young lady driving out the next barrel, his name's Bob. Everyone meet Bob. This isn't her pig, but she's out here showing, and she's kind of a professional showman. She got this one broke because when he drove out here, he was a wild man, and now look at him. She's got doing a nice job. Bob, we just need to see him just blend a little bit smoother in his overall transitions. You need to see him smoother in that ham loin. A barrel that's really good in terms of his cut ability, very sound barrel to go ahead and go third. Young lady coming out next with the blue one here. Another really nice barrel that's really practical in his kind. He's a deep body, thick, muscular barrel. You need to see that one just a little bit wider in terms of his loin edge. Maybe just make him a little bit crisper in terms of his shape. Then when he gets out and goes, I just want to see a little bit more flex out of those rear too. Young lady with the Belgian barrel. Here's a really big frame, lean kind of a barrel. Just need to see him a little bit more flexible in terms of his spine, make him a little bit softer, and he needs to be wider and stouter in his overall makeup. Young man coming out next with the white barrel. One that's really good in terms of his leanness. A barrel that's really good in terms of practicality. Just need to see him a little bit stouter. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for a really good class of mark colors.
Our next class will be a class of 10 pigs, and it's because there's only 8 pounds difference in between of them. For our last class, Allie Bird got first with the purple. Morgan Schuler got second with the purple. Third, Sarah Shipley's pig, number 9387, got purple. Fourth went to Sarah Shipley with the blue. Fifth went to Megan Ramsey with the blue. And sixth went to Dylan Stormer with the blue. Our next class, class 3, we have Morgan Schuler, Dylan Stormer, Ada Lund, McKenna Ramsey, Allie Bird, Walker Bissell, Allie Bird, Clayton Hoffman, Michael Ramsey, and Justin Schuler. We have one native lady right here, little House, who's having a little issue keeping track of her. This is the first time she's ever shown a pig. She has shown cattle her entire life.
really good class of market hogs here. We're going to go 4 purples up here at the top. I think a tremendous set. I think we've got 4 of them up here that have a tremendous amount of quality. And we can find some differences, and we can find, however you want to prioritize, we can go ahead and justify all 4 of them here. I think there's some differences here for me, and I think there's 3 of them out here in the ring right now. I think they all have some advantages. But to me, it's kind of the combination one for me. It's the one that probably the best in terms of just overall transitions, in terms of proportions. I'd like to see this one maybe just a little bit stouter, but this one just goes out here and she's very comfortable. I think this one just kind of wins it just from a logical standpoint and just kind of having all the right pieces, and that's the young lady with the crossbred gilt here. She's going to go ahead and lead off this class. I'm not going to tell you this is the one that has the most, because I think there's another one that has more, but maybe doesn't proportion up right. But I think the second logical thing to do is what studying them from the side. I think this one has the advantage, and that's the young lady with the belted one on the far side. I think he has some advantage because this one's probably the best in terms of being the stoutest in its skull, but yet still really good and clean about its neck. Where this one kind of falls short for me, I just want to see this one a little bit smoother in its center cavity. He just gets a little bit harsher. Just want to smooth him up in his ham loin, give him a little bit more depth and a little bit more softness there to his flank. Now here's the one that kind of threw me for a loop, because this one comes out here and he has a tremendous amount of power. And I think this one has class advantages for all that. He's extremely stout, he's extremely bold, he's extremely wide-based. This one just has a tremendous amount of power. Where we maybe want to fault this one is from the side. He gets a little bit shorter and a little bit crustier about his neck. Just need to lengthen him out of his hip, but he sure handles himself well. Still a fun one to go ahead and evaluate. This young man right here has another really good barrel, because this one is extremely balanced, extremely good in terms of just his overall flexibility, the way he carries himself. Compared to our top trio, he just needs more back shape, just needs a little bit more true power, but I think that's a barrel that balances up well, and we appreciate all those things. That's why he's going to get a purple ribbon. Young man coming out next does a tremendous job here. Here's a barrel we talked about. We like how this one's tall frame, and he was able to go ahead and get to a heavier weight. We like those things. And we always got to talk about the basics first, so we can go ahead and do the rest. Where this one, I just want to see this one a little bit more wider as he travels away from you, just give him a little bit more true power. This young lady right here, she came over from the cattle barn, and she said she's going to show pigs next year. Is that right? I think the head's supposed to go like this. Yep. This is where the cool kids are. Does a really nice job. Really good barrow here. Awesome pattern. The barrow is really soft and very flexible in the overall makeup. We simply need to see that one stouter at the ground, give just a little bit more true shape. The young man coming out with the black one here, another good one in terms of just practicality. Long body, kind of a gilt that has some leanness about her. Just simply need to make her a little bit wider and just a little bit more powerful from behind. The spotted one coming up next. The young lady does a tremendous job, and kind of a funny story. I call it the spotted one, but she said its name is White. She said she's got a sheep name spot, so she had to use this one, White. That threw me for a loop. Excellent job. Very nice gilt, sound gilt. Next to young man coming out next. Let's kind of talk about this. This is a rural development program. It's a commercial hog program where they can get these pigs bought at a very reasonable price in the springtime, and it's kind of targeted where they're going to go ahead and make some money. And I asked them, I said, what are you going to do with all your money? I said, well, I'm going to use it for next year to purchase my pigs and to feed and do those sorts of things. So, excellent job. It's a good program where, maybe I think this program, we'll have somebody talk a little bit more about it and has more details, but you want to talk a little bit about it. Yep, he does.
Rural Development is sponsored this program for several years now, and basically what they do is they go out and they try to find some hogs for these kids to purchase at a very reasonable rate. They're allowed to do that, I believe, for 2 years, and then after that, when they're hopefully or frustrated, they want to keep producing hogs. We need to thank the Rural Development Corporation for doing that. It's a big project. I think they deserve a round of applause.
Okay, this is class 4. We have 8 kids. We have Michael Ramsey, Hudson Bissell, Dylan Stormer, Hudson Bissell, Walker Bissell, Reagan Sontag, and Hudson Bissell. Okay, I'm class 3. Allie Burt, dog number 8620 got first. Morgan Schuler got second. Ada Lund got third. Justin Schuler got fourth. Those were all purple. Kate Kaufman got fifth. Allie Burt got sixth. Michael Ramsey got 7th. McKenna Ramsey got 8th. Walker Bickle got 9th, and Dylan Stormer got 10th, and those were all bulls.
As you guys got to listen before, we did kind of a rural development program, and the majority of these pigs in here are rural development pigs, and so basically they're commercial hogs. And what you look at it for a commercial hog is exactly what they are, and they want them to grow fast, they want them to be uniform in their type and kind, they want them to be similar in terms of their muscle pattern, their leanness, so that way when they go through the harvesting facilities, everything goes smoothly, everything can kind of go in the same packages and so on. So as we throw them in a show ring setting, it's a little bit harder to judge because there's a lot of similarities, because that's what we're breeding for, and they do a lot of really good things. So instead of just going ahead and talking about each pig and telling you how this one's hair is a little bit different than this one or this one's bone, we're going to have the kids talk because that's going to be a lot more fun than listening to me. So they're going to talk about what they learned with their project. But first off, let's give him a little highlight. He's going to win our class. He's got a really nice hair. Go ahead and lead off the class. He sounds functional. Obviously, from a visual standpoint, he's colored, so he's different from the other pigs. But from a physical standpoint, he's also stouter featured. He's got more muscle, he's got more product. But in a commercial setting, maybe, I don't know what his growth pattern is, I don't know where these started at, but there's differences. So, not saying anything's wrong with the show pigs, not saying anything's wrong with commercial pigs, there's just differences. And they all serve their purpose. So, let's give him a round of applause again for getting the purple ribbon and leading off our class. And then these other individuals, they're going to talk about what they learned with their project, because this is educational. We want to go ahead and learn from this, and I think they're learning. We're trying to help them realize what they're learning, because they already know it. I just need to get them to say it. This young lady, I guess, remember what you guys did in the seminars, like what they talked about, and then just say one little thing. So introduce yourself, say what your name is, and then say what you might have learned with your project.
I'm named Sontag, and I learned that you have to stay patient and they take a lot of work.
I'm Walker Bissell, and I learned that you have to be patient at school. I'm Catherine
All right, so we figured out what we need to do as far as showing them, and then the rest of them are going to talk about what they've learned with the knowledge. So this was all important because did you guys hear the theme? We have to be patient, we have to be calm, because if we're calm with the pigs, so whether it be in the show ring or in a working facility as we're loading out pigs, you got to stay calm with them. So what did you learn with your project? You want to say your name, and then talk about maybe how much they ate?
My name is Hudson Bissell, and I weigh like 6 to 8 pounds a day.
Hi, my name is Dylan Swimmer. I learned about the biosecurity. My name is Kaden Hoffman, and I learned how to feed pigs there.
My name is Morgan Schuler, and I learned how to feed them and
Okay, so as you guys heard, the young man right here said that kind of how much they consumed, and as they get older, they'll eat 6 to 8 pounds a day. Some will eat more, some will eat less. That's just kind of a rough estimate. The other young man, he talks about biosecurity. So kind of a fun thing, what we went through last year, the swine industry does it every day. Biosecurity, when we have disease outbreaks and so on. So the swine people, that's all we think about is how do we keep our pigs healthy at home. Just like our society, we're trying to figure out how to keep ourselves healthy. So we're vaccinating, we're doing things like, just keeping clean boots and so on, so we don't cross-contaminate as we go into commercial settings. Because pigs carry different bugs or different diseases, and if you cross-contaminate, then you can kind of have some outbreaks. So pig people have been good at this for a long, long time. So good thing that he learned biosecurity, and then the rest of us learning hard work. So as you guys can see, it's a very educational thing here. Hopefully we're all learning. Let's put our hands together for all these exhibitors.
And our judge. Okay, in that class, we had Michael Ramsey, got first with the purple, second with the Reagan Sontag, blue, third, Walker Bissell's number 9360, got a blue, fourth, Walker Bissell with a blue, fifth, Hudson Bissell, 9359 for blue, Dylan Summer 6 with the blue, Hudson Bissell, 9358, place 7 with the blue. Hudson Bissell, number 9356, got 8 with the blue. That ends that class. Our next class will be class 5 of 6. We've got 5 kids coming in. Ada One, Aubrey Boswell, Justin Schuler, Walker Bissell, and Michael Ramsey.
with us, and she said she wanted an opportunity to introduce herself and her parents. Her parents aren't here, they're actually at work, so hopefully they can hear us on the radio. But Nora, right? Nora said she wants to talk a little bit about, yep. She said she had to go through an interview process, so she wants to share a little bit about herself.
So my parents' name are Travis and Julia Paul, and my name is Nora. And my hobbies are hanging out with my cows and chickens, and spending a lot of time with them, and doing sports like basketball, volleyball, softball, and yeah. I gotta go. My duties here are going to every show and handing out ribbons and banners and taking pictures.
Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Nora. to evaluate. I think we got a top pair that worked their way up to the top relatively easily. I think we've got two of them that offer a tremendous amount of good. I think there's two of them that offer a little bit of differences. I think if you do, I think we can justify using both of them. I think there's one that just does a few things better for me, and that's the young man on the far side. I think this one has the advantage. He's a taller shoulder barrel that I think has a little bit more look and a little bit more show ring presence from the side. And when you get on top of this one, I love the shape that he possesses there, and I think he's just a barrel that's really good in terms of his overall makeup, presented extremely well. Nice job with that barrel. Young lady comes out here with another barrel that if you want to get on this one and love it, because this one's really modern, really opened up that center cavity, really productive. I mean, this one is extremely dense. Maybe not quite as stout in terms of his foot and bone, but I think this is a barrel that's very comfortable out here. He's very good in just the way he carries himself. If we want to be nitpicky, maybe he wants to be just a little bit lower at the point of his shoulder, maybe not quite as extended through that front 1/3. But that's a tremendous barrel there to go second, and I think that the young lady's done an awesome job presenting this one. Young man coming out next, he said he didn't name his pig, so I said let's go ahead and name it for him. This is Megan. He also has a sister named Megan. So, Megan the pig, Megan's sister. Really nice gilt, really kind of a long pattern gilt. It's really good in terms of the overall makeup. Compared to our first two, just simply doesn't have as much, just true shades and maybe just as overall as fresh as the other two. Young man coming out next, another really good barrel, really sound and functional, just needs some more muscle. Young lady's doing a nice job as well. She didn't name her pig either, but we came up with a name. What was it? Blake. That's one of her friends. It's Blake. So everyone meet Blake. Nice barrel to round off the class. Let's put our hands together for an excellent class.
This is our last class, Market Hogs, and there will be 3. Chase Sontag, Megan Ramsey, and Brooklyn Sontag. The last class, Dustin Schuler got first with the purple. Ada Lund got second with the purple. Michael Ramsey got third with the purple. Walker Bissell got fourth with the blue. And Aubrey Boswell got fifth with the blue.
So in the ring now we have the biggest class of the day, so we're going to go ahead and have these individuals talk on the microphone. You want to come over here and tell us what you like about your pig? Let's give this young lady a round of applause. She's going to get a purple ribbon. She's going to win the class. Congratulations. This young man's going to be second. He wants to tell us what his name is and what his pig's name is.
My name is Chase and my pig name is Snickers.
Pig's name Snickers. He said it's his favorite candy bar. All right, nice shot, buddy. Young lady, would you like to introduce yourself and introduce your pig's name?
I'm Brooklyn Sontag and my pig name is Danny.
Huh. Is there anyone in the crowd named Danny? Maybe a boyfriend supporting you? Why would you name your pig after your boyfriend? All right, let's go ahead and give them a round of applause out here, right? For a good time.
So now we'll bring the first place back in every class. Which will be Sarah Shipley from class 1, Allie Burke, class 2, Allie Burke, class 3, Michael Ramsey, class 4, Justin Schuler, class 5, and Megan Ramsey, class 6.
All right, so we're over here in the corner. We've got Hunter with us, and he said he wanted to talk on the microphone. And thank you guys for coming out to watch the pig show. He also wanted to introduce all of his family members.
This is my brother Easton, and this is my brother. This is my sister Addison. Let's see. Spaghetti and grilled cheese. Hot dog. Probably. Ride the broken Bronco that's over there. Yeah!
Everyone give Hunter a round of applause there. And after the show, you're going to watch him ride a monkey Bronco over there. position. We'll kind of just go ahead and talk them again. Young lady Red over here, she's driving the lightweight barrel, and I think this is one that's just really good, represents the lightweight well. Here's one that's extremely fresh, really good in his overall makeup, one that's good in his muscularity, just a very nice barrel. And we got the young man driving the belted one on the far side. We talked about in that class, I think it was 5 or 6. Another really good barrel a barrel that offers some leanness and some practicality, a barrel that gets out and carries himself across the ring extremely well. We got the young lady coming out of the heavyweight, a very nice gilt in terms of just being really good about her skeleton. She's a stout featured gilt. She's a gilt that is very long spine and very flexible in her overall spine. We get out here just a very complete gilt, not a lot of holes. Very nice one. We got the young lady, the cattle girl. She's out here showing the pigs. She said she's definitely showing pigs for next year, so that's excellent. A really nice blue wet barrel there. Really good in terms of just his overall stoutness and feature. Balances up well. Barrel is really fresh and good about his muscularity. We got the young lady driving the gilt out here, and I think one that's extremely good in terms of her freshness. She balances up well. Just a gilt that's really stout about her skull and balances up well, and a gilt that just carries herself very nicely. Then we got the young man driving the big stout belted barrel right here in the center of the ring, and we just admire this one in terms of just having tremendous amount of show ring presence, tremendous amount of power. He handles it extremely well. This one's going to be our grand champion. Let's go ahead and So we bring out that second place in that class, and we talked about how that was a really unique pair because I think both of them present a lot of good things that we're striving for. Because here's another one that's extremely dense about its overall makeup, really good in terms of just center cavity fill. Is a barrel that's been presented to a team today. He gets out here and carries himself. I think that's an awfully good one. He's going to be a reserve champion. Let's put our game together for the ladies.
Go to sleep down here.
Do you have a lot of friends here?
I have to go, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you teach at school? Do you still teach? This year? Alright. Guess what? So we're just kind of hanging out over here. And we've got a pretty popular guy over here. We're going to have him just go ahead and introduce himself. And he likes to come to all the shows. So he likes to support all of his kids. He's actually a former teacher. How many years did you teach? 38 years. He retired this year. So let's give him a round of applause. That's an accomplishment. What are you going to do with your retirement? He's a farmer, so he gets to go home and farm full time now. Congratulations. Yep. Weather pending, right? All right, so he wants to talk a little bit about why he likes supporting all the kids. Introduce yourself again.
I'm Howard Anderson. Been around Adams County all my life. My grandson's showing today, and the great nieces and great nephews also show. So it's fun coming to support the fair.
Excellent.
Also, tomorrow night's the sale, and support them for the kids with their auction.
If you didn't hear him, he said tomorrow night's the sale and the auction, so go ahead and come in and support these kids. All right, let's give him another round of applause. 38 years, that's quite an accomplishment. All right, can I get everyone to stand up, please? If you're able to stand up, please stand up. It'll be a good stretch for you. So last year, I don't think we were able to do this very much because we didn't have a crowd, I don't believe. Have you guys ever been to a wedding and they have everyone come out on the dance floor, couples, and then they say, all right, everyone who's been married 5 years or more, please remain on the dance floor. But we're going to do that and how many years you've been attending this county fair. So if you've been attending this county fair for 30 years or more, please remain standing. Everyone else, please sit down. So easy math. If you're not 30 years old, sit down. Very good, very good. If you've been attending the fair for 40 years, please remain standing. Everyone else sit down. 40 years. How about we go 45 years? If you need a calculator, we'll get you one. How about 50 years? If you've been to the county fair 50 years or more, please remain standing. About 55 years. Okay, 65 years? 65? Is there anyone else standing? Do you guys want to hold your hand? You're sitting, okay. Anyone else standing over here? All right, I think we have a winner. Somebody needs to buy her an ice cream cone later. You want to say what your name is?
I'm Joanne Haley.
You have any grandkids showing today?
I've got great-grandkids showing today. 4 generations here today.
Excellent. So how many years do you think you've been here?
I'm 88 years old, so I don't know how many years yet.
Excellent, excellent. Let's give a round of applause for a great support here.
And what's the come out? Oh, they can come out? You know how many pills they have? That's a lot. I think they're showing it in the right middle. I'm gonna go double check with that because I think they're
So the first group that went in were Sarah Shipley, then it was Dylan Sturmer, now we have Walker Bissell, next will be Michael Ramsey.
Yes. July 27th. Okay. Okay. What time? Okay. As far as I know, it'll be okay. If not, I'll. Okay. Okay. The 27th of July at 11 a.m. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. No. I don't know. Well, yeah. I didn't know. How far down? Not as easy as I used to. Well, yeah.
This last group of pigs that just came into the arena, Reagan Sontag. She ended up getting the top rated game and the third rated game. Her line number 9844, ABG was 2.67, and 9845 was 2.63.
pens of 3. So the pen of 3, what we're trying to find is pigs that all grew the same. So I'm looking for an average weight. We don't want a big spread. We want them to be really close. If they can all be close to like 265 or whatever it may be. And so those are some of the questions I'm asking the kids. And we want them to be built the same in terms of just their muscularity, and in terms of their leanness, in terms of their cutability, all those sorts of things. Yeah, try to bunch them all up together if you could. So the young ladies got a set of 3 out here in the center here. They came out here right away, and I think they're pigs that are built very, very similar. They all have some base width, they all have some productiveness about them, they all have some muscle shape, they all have some leanness. You put them in the show ring setting, and they all present themselves extremely well. Young ladies done a tremendous job showing them, and I think these 3 fit together extremely well. This is going to be our champion pen of 3. Let's give her a round of applause. I think she's in awe. Congratulations. You just won some stuff. That's what happened. All right. So for reserve, it gets a little bit closer because we have some differences. We do have another a pen that are really close, but I don't know if they fit together quite as well. There's a little bit of a spread. There's a little bit of difference in terms of their overall, just the way they're assembled, but I think they're very nice as well. I think it gets a little bit closer between these two in the first and second pen. To me, I think there's some differences. The young man in the second pen, if we want to let them out. Yep. I think these fit to me second best, and I think they fit together very well in type and kind. They're very good in their market readiness. I think where they just, I think they're really good in terms of their freshness. I think they have the advantage that they just fit together extremely well. So this young man, you're going to be reserve pen of 3. Let's go ahead and wave to the crowd. All right, you just won some stuff. All right, so the rest of them are all going to get through the ribbons. They all did a nice job. Part of the pen of 3, like why are we trying to mimic this, or why are we trying to do this? And it's because we're trying to mimic the commercial industry, because we want these pigs to go on feed at the same time. We want them to go to the harvest facility at the same time. We want them to go through the harvesting packing plant, and we want it to go smoothly, so if they're all the same, the packages can all be the same and everything goes well. So what they do in the packing plant, you actually get a premium. So if these pigs go to the market at the same time and the same leanness and so on, and they call it a sort loss, so if that semi has a small sort loss, the farmer makes a premium. So it's unique that we bring it into the show ring setting, and then they can go ahead and learn more about the commercial industry. It's not just always on the show side. So you throw the pigs out here in the ring, we got to look at them from a show ring standpoint, and we got to look at them from a commercial standpoint. So excellent job. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for the pen of 3 here. Are you working for the radio? Do you talk for the radio? Are you using the network?
Yeah, every day.
How's it going so far? So, do you go to every show?
8 county fairs.
What's that?
8 county fairs.
8 county fairs? And you go to each species?
That's the deal.
Yeah.
Once you run on top of each other, it's kind of tough. She can
You
tell you.
want to come down here so I can touch you?
Oh, no, that's all right. I get too close to one of those. Thank you.
here on the far side as we're getting organized. Do you guys remember at the beginning of the day we had the mullet man? The kid with the coolest hair? Well, I found his parents, or his mom and his sister. So she wants to tell a little bit about this hair. Probably not, but she's going to anyway.
My name is Tamara, Levi's mom. And with quarantine and COVID, and he couldn't get haircuts, he decided he was going to grow a mullet. And he grew it for several months, and then he wanted to curl it. And it was a lot better when he curled it. I like it.
So the mullet man. Mom says it's okay since we got a perm. Does anyone else have a mullet out here? Well, next year you need to have one. All right, let's give them a round of applause. That was fun. So we're over here on the far side. We've got a young man with me. His name is Blake. He was your previous swine superintendent, or he's on the pork board. He started that in fair board in year 59. And his son Randy, who's now the swine superintendent, he was born in 60. So how old are you? Old, right? So, and then we have another member of that family that's helping out here, and that's the tall one there with the panel. So we've got 3 generations here helping out here at the swine show, and these shows don't just happen. So let's put our hands together for all this family in particular, but everyone that's helping put this show on. Thank you very much, Blake. So right now we have our carcass division, and we've only got 2 in our first class, so I think we've got a nice pair to go ahead and talk about. Both of them have some muscle, both of them have some shape, and they both have some show ring appeal. I think we've got we judge the carcass contest because they're already going to have it on paper, which ones, they might have a grid and however they fit on there, leanness, loin eye area, and I'm sure some leanness, fat deposition, loin eye. There's a grid. So anyway, but then we got to throw them in a show ring setting and see which ones go in. The young lady with the red belted one, he's going to go ahead and lead off this class. And I think this one just kind of is a little bit smoother. I think he's got just as much power, just as much overall thickness, and I think he's a barrel that's very good. We got the young man with here, the belted barrel over here. Another nice barrel. This one's really kind of a carcass-driven kind of a barrel, but when we put him in the showing setting, maybe he's not quite as fresh today. Just like to see him a little bit smoother in his transitions, but an also nice barrel. Let's go ahead and give our exhibitors a nice round of applause. Entering now, we have our second class of carcass hogs, and I think we've got an excellent pair to kind of go ahead and start off. We're going to do the top two are going to get purples, the other two are going to get blues. Young lady at the belted one is going to go ahead and lead off our class. Very nice barrel to go ahead and win this carcass division, or win this class here. I think a nice barrel presents a very nice look from the side. Barrel, when you get on top of him, he's really lean about his loin eye area. He's very shapely from behind. You can see he's got a good leanness about it. Young man over here, he's going to go ahead and be second. I think probably has some advantages as far as just being a kind of a big, robust barrel. He's working a big back shape in him. Maybe not quite as lean as what our first place barrel is. Maybe not quite as cool in terms of the side, but very nice production-oriented kind of barrel. He's very good in terms of just his overall carcass merit. Young lady right here is going to go ahead and be third. The one that's really good and lean about her shape. She's really good in terms of just her overall, the way she carries herself across the ring. Compared to the top two, she's not quite as wide and is shapely to the side of her loin, but definitely a really nice one to go third. Rounding off the class, we got the white barrel there. One that's really practical this time. A barrel that's lean about his overall makeup. He's really trim and good to his lower 1/3. Just something need to make him a little bit wider, give him a little bit more shape and muscle. Let's go ahead and give all these exhibitors a round of applause. We've got a third class of carcass barrels or carcass pigs, and I think we've got another nice class here. I think there's some advantages. The young man on the far right over here, the number 290, he's going to go ahead and lead off our class. I think this barrel just balances up very well. You get on the top side of him, he's got some lean shape working down his loin edge. And he's a firm barrel there. I think he's just a nice one to go ahead and lead off this class. Young man, number 319, he's going to go ahead and be second in this class. He's also going to get a purple. Another nice barrel, maybe a little bit chubbier through that lower 1/3, maybe not quite as trim, but a barrel that also has some lean shape on the top side of the skeleton. Then we got the young lady with the belted barrel, easily the longest pattern kind of a barrel. He's going to hang a nice long carcass. Unfortunately, he just doesn't have as much muscle. We just need to stouten that one up, just give him a little bit more shape. Let's go ahead and give all these exhibitors a round of applause. All right, so we're in our final class of the carcass pigs, and I think we've got a top pair that are extremely good, and I think they're extremely good in terms of their market readiness. They're really good in terms of their overall leanness, their conformation, and then they get out here and they handle themselves extremely well. The young lady right here, number 311, go ahead and wave to the crowd. She's going to go ahead and lead off our class. Congratulations. And her brother, I believe, he is driving the pig that we named Megan. Megan is the one that just won this class. She said she took offense to it. Oh well, she just won, so maybe she'll get over it. Young man, he's going to go ahead and be second. I think this one's another really good one. Compared to our class winner, maybe not quite as shapely in terms of her muscle pattern, but very flexible. She's got to market readiness extremely well. She's very sound out here. That's a very nice skill there to go ahead and go second. So then we, to follow up to go third, the young lady over here. I think her pig's name is Danny, right? Sure. Anyways, that one's going to go ahead and be third. I think another one, good one. And then we'll have fourth and fifth over here. I think compared to our class winners, they're very good in terms of their practicality. Just need some more muscle and just overall more shape. Very nice class of commercials. Carcass. Let's go ahead and give our applause to them. Put our hands together.
These people in the ring, anyone that wanted to do senior showmanship, senior showmanship.
Alright, so in the ring now we have our 4 class representatives in our carcass division. I've just informed that they're going to take these pigs and they'll actually get harvested and they'll be in the locker, and so you guys will have somebody from Iowa State in the meat lab or the meat department. They'll come down and actually get to evaluate them on the carcass standpoint. So I'm doing the visual carcass, and then they'll get to get judged on the hanging carcass. So that's really kind of a fun thing for you guys to do, and it's I think it's a very educational thing because we're trying to look at them visually and then put them in the cooler. So excellent job. I think we've got 4 of them that are extremely nice out here. We got to see them throughout the regular day too. You know, there's different categories and different ways to kind of evaluate this in terms of pounds, but I think the one that puts a lot of good things together as far as show ring appeal, overall carcass readiness, and I think just overall just leanness and cutability, and I think the Vero has the advantage right here in front of me. She's going to be our champion carcass pig. Congratulations. we bring out that second place pig in that class, and we talked about that was another really practical appearing barrel, one that's handled himself extremely well, got to an efficient weight at an efficient pattern. We get on top of that one, he's got a big top in him, a lot of power. Maybe compared to some of the others, and maybe not quite as lean or as crisp in terms of that loin edge, but a very nice barrel to go ahead and talk about. There's another one out here that pushed it really hard, and that'd be the heavyweight gilt. She's going to be a reserve champion carcass. Let's put our hands together for this young lady. Congratulations. showmen, and I think we've got 5 of them that do a tremendous job. Just like with anything in life, we're getting better every day. So, you know, the ones that are not at the top, they're still improving too, and that's the most important thing. And then even the ones that are at the top, there's always important things to adjust. So, as long as we're making ourselves better, that's the main thing in life. So, let's go ahead and put our hands together for all these exhibitors. Some of these pigs, they kind of know where the out gate is, and unfortunately that's just kind of how it is. And what we learned in the production hog class that we had, and we had the kids talk, patience and all those things are very important, and she displays that. So let's go ahead and give them all another round of applause. I'm going to select a champion. So all we have is, we just have one banner, so it'll be champion. I think you guys can see there's a pair of them out here that do a tremendous job as far as keeping them in the center of the ring, always kind of having the pig presented, their hand is up, and why that's important is it just makes the pig balance all the time and makes it easier on my part because you're presenting the animal its best features. I think there's one that just did a few more things for me when I was wanting today. I like the aggressiveness in both of them, but I like kind of the swagger and just the comfortability. And that's the young lady right here. She's going to be our champion today. Congratulations. So in the ring now we have our intermediate, and I think we've got some really good exhibitors out here. They're working hard. They're all learning just the same. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for all of them here. I think kind of the same scenario. I think there's a top here that kind of work their way to the top, and they just kind of have a little bit more authority out here. They have a little bit more direction on their pig. They can just kind of get a better handle on it. I think both of them, you know, there's things that they do very well. One's a little bit calmer, one's a little bit more collect, but then the other one's a little bit more aggressive, and I like both those things. It's just kind of what fits for me today. I think the one that had just a little bit better control, a little bit more direction, the young lady right here, she's going to be our champion of this division. Congratulations. In the ring now we have our junior division, and you can tell you guys have a bright future out here. We've got a lot of kids that are working hard. You can see their passion out here. There's always some little things that we can work on, and all of them are doing those. So I'm trying to give them as many tips as I can, and hopefully it's helping, and we're moving on and we're improving. I think there's a couple of them out here that are doing a tremendous job, but there's one that's just kind of doing a few more things better in terms of finding these open areas, trying not to keep their pig congregated with the other ones. That way I can get a better view of them and to kind of keep them away from safety purposes. That's the young man right here. He's going to be our champion. Congratulations.